What's up, y'all? This is Monday's Mean Business, and today I want to talk about how to get out of the entrepreneur rat race. Check it out. What's up, everybody? My name is Uba, and I am the entrepreneur lawyer as well as the founder of the Uba Law Group. We're a firm that specializes in business formation and intellectual property to help you protect your assets, save money on taxes, and attract quality clients. Today, I want to switch it up a little bit, and we're not going to talk about a specific business or legal or tax strategy, but I want to go a little bit more holistic, speaking to entrepreneurs, being one myself. If you don't know my story, my wife and I, we are serial entrepreneurs, and we own several businesses on top of me running this law firm. So one of the questions that I hear a lot, and one of the things that I talk to a lot of my entrepreneur friends and colleagues about, is getting out of the rat race and what that means. Because for someone who's entered into entrepreneurship, a lot of us share the same story, a lot of drive, the same motivation, wanting to escape that rat race of a 9-to-5 and what we felt were jobs that weren't necessarily pushing us towards our goal. And everybody read Rich Dad, Poor Dad and just had that aha moment and that inspiration. But what happens if you don't pay attention is you find yourself leaving a 9-to-5 that you might have hated, only to be your own boss, to be an entrepreneur, and now you have an 8-to-10 that you hate. How does that happen? And the better question is, how do you escape that? Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to feel like they have the title of, hey, I'm a business owner. But at some point, you have to realize that your business might not be set up in a way to progress you to where you're trying to go. So there are a couple things that I want to ask and a couple things that I want us to think through. So the first question I want to ask is, are you working on your business or are you merely working in your business? And so one of the things that my coach and I talk about when we talk about the big picture of what your company will look like and what you think the future of it is that you have to take the steps now to build the foundation for what your future is going to be, what your company is going to be. A lot of us will get the idea that since we're small, since we're just a little, we're just a mom and pop, we're just a little startup company, that we should not plan or think through or have aspirations to create a company that will outlive us, both from a legacy standpoint and from a 9-to-5 standpoint. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to work in this job 24/7 and come here and slave away in my own company. I love it. This is the type of stuff that I do, this type of stuff that I love to work with other people to do. But at the end of the day, for many of us, our entrepreneurship, our company, our business, it's a means to an end. And for a lot of us, that end is freedom. So if we're not intentional and we're not building out our companies intentionally and proactively, we're going to trade that one 9-to-5 for another 9-to-5. So how do we break out of this? So obviously I don't have all the answers, but one of the things that I try to work on with myself, and I'll try to teach some of the students that we bring on, is called the CEO spectrum. And so that's the idea that you have to move from entry-level positions in your company to more CEO-level positions. And what I mean by that is you have to think through, what does a CEO do? What does the president of a company, what does the chief executive officer, chief operating officer, what do those type of people do? What type of decisions do they make? What type of impact do they provide? What type of policy do they create? And how does that affect your business? So for example, if you're trying to boost sales by 100, 200%, what type of work is that going to require? What type of connections is that going to take? Does that mean that you should spend more time reaching out and networking and figuring out how you can more effectively solve the problems that people have versus responding to emails or typing up responses or answering questions or doing whatever that's necessary for your business, but is not necessarily going to take your business to the next level? Another question that I like to ask is, who is it going to require that you bring onto your team to get to that next level? So many times we as entrepreneurs have that jack of all trades mindset, that type A, I can do it, I can figure out, I can accomplish it. But the reality of the situation is, it's like the proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you got to go together. So you need people on your team beyond yourself. Number one, do things that you can't do or do things that you're slow at doing, you're not efficient at doing to help the cause, but then also to make the business go beyond you. So many of us have great ideas, but our businesses are stagnated because they're stuck with us. They're stuck in our dimensions of our thinking. They're stuck in our physical or our intellectual or technological capabilities. They're stuck with all of the parameters that we're stuck in. So oftentimes the question that I ask entrepreneurs is, who are you bringing onto your team to help alleviate that stress and alleviate and tackle those obstacles? So those are the two questions I want to leave you with. Are you just doing day-to-day work in your business, or are you figuring out how to be a CEO? Second question, is there somebody that you need to bring onto your team to help take you to that next level? We say we want to be entrepreneurs, we say we want to get out the rat race, but this is how we get out the rat race. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I know this is different than usual, but these are the questions that I think about. These are the conversations that I have. And as someone who calls himself an entrepreneur lawyer and a counselor and advocate for entrepreneurs, I want to challenge you and I want to press you and I want to encourage you to dive deep, think about these questions, wrestle through it, and use this as motivation, use this as inspiration to take that next step that you might be scared of taking. Until next time, I believe in you guys. I trust y'all. We're going to do this thing together. Don't forget, I'm not wearing the shirt today. I'm wearing ownership is a new black shirt. But don't forget, Mondays mean business. Peace. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this content, if it's bringing value to you, if it's helping you understand your business even more, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our other videos. We drop weekly videos about how to protect your business, how to save money on taxes, how to learn more in unique different aspects that'll give you a strategic advantage as an entrepreneur. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We appreciate it. Peace.